guys, what is up, and welcome to round number 3 of the Dragon Ball Super National Championship Qualifier, live from Otakon Convention. Well, not Convention Center, it's not Otakon Convention Center, it's just the Otakon Convention thing. So, awesome. We have Corlin Nesvetter on the left, playing SS3 Goku, and on the right we have Greg DeBalma on the right, playing Pan, which is super exciting. Hashtag Pan fam in the chat, guys. Love Pan, such a great leader, and actually got a little bit of a buff with some ruling changes that just happened to drop on our lap Friday. What happens is she can now draw off of chain attack Zeno. So she can chain attack Zeno and then stack her auto to trigger after Zeno has triggered, meaning she can draw from 5 to 6 cards, which is just a delight. A very nice little buff to her, and we love that because we love Pan. Pan's a great leader, great leader, one of my favorites, as a matter of fact. Do we know how many people entered the tourney? I will get you that information as soon as George gets back. I'm sure he'll sit over here in a bit, and we'll get that information as soon as we can for you guys. I don't remember how many, but I know we had over 100. I know we had over 100. I don't know exactly how many because I am stupid and don't remember anything, but we'll get there. All right, so both players off to a good start. My favorite thing about Pan versus SS3 Goku is Pan is a very defensive leader. Pan has the ability to stave off a lot of aggression and keep her hand size at, I would say, like at 5 to 6 cards usually. She doesn't normally gain very many cards, but what she does do is stay at that same card amount for almost the entirety of the game. And why that's important is because SS3 Goku punishes decks that get tons of cards in hand, then they chain attack Zeno, knock you down, and all of a sudden, like, you know, it's hard to get back to that number because a lot of times you use the awakening ability in order to get there. Now, what's really cool about Pan is after a chain Zeno, she just is like, oh, okay, I'll lose 1, maybe 2 cards, but I'm never going to go past 5 again. Now, what Pan is a little weak to, though, is forcing hits. It's actually pretty devastating against her, and can be, because what you can do is you can take her combo cards to let her maintain that card advantage out of her hands and then pressure her with that. So she's a lot less weak to chain attack Zeno, but much more weak to foreseeing a hit than some of the other decks. All right, Coraline playing his Kefla here. I love this card. Draws so many cards and puts so much of pressure on your opponent. Let's see if Greg has a response. He needs to get this card off of the field. Cannot let it stay there. Pan attacking for 10,000 into Goku's 10,000. Gonna awaken Goku. An interesting choice. He must have some sort of punish in mind here. So we're gonna see chain attack Zeno. And right now he's setting it out for his opponent to let his opponent know, hey, look, this is the order I'm gonna set these triggers off. That's the order I'm gonna let these autos resolve. So he played those all out. Remember, Pan's trigger still has yet to trigger. So what's going to happen here, once he draws the 5, he's going to be able to draw a card from. Yes, Ubonks. Do you know if the Unipatora Kefla, when it's played using Unipatora, come into play in active mode? Absolutely. Actually, all Unipatora cards come into play active. It's part of the description of the card. It says, you know, combine these 2 cards of a certain type, and then, you know, put a card out of your hand into play in active mode. So it does come into play in active. All right, so he gets the draw, going up to 6 cards after the chain attack Zeno. Pretty neat. He's going to attack for 20k. And Corlin doesn't seem like he has a response. He's going to awaken to response, draw 2. I think Greg might have chain attack Zeno maybe a turn too early. But I do think that Kefla demanded a response. But if you know you have the answer to it, I think it's okay to wait a turn. I'm pretty sure SS3 Goku player would have awakened last turn, and you could have got 2 more cards from him. But he's still at 3 life, so it turns out that it's going to be probably okay either way. I think it's just maybe a little bit more efficient to have done it the other way. It looks like Corlin's going to be playing this before seeing a hit. He does. Gets to reveal Greg's hand. 2 super combos, a topo, a shiny 3-drop card that looks crazy, a counter, and a Trunks. Going to choose the 2 super combos. Again, interesting choice. Considering your opponent's at 6 life, it seems a little unlikely that he's going to be able to use those super combos until the end of his next turn anyway. So my guess is that Corlin's taking those cards to stop Greg's aggression next turn and not to use them for not taken away as a defensive. Okay, Corlin's passing the turn back to Greg. Greg untapping his energy, untapping his leader, and get ready to go in here. This should be a powerful turn for Pan. And actually choosing to put that in energy. Going to play Trunks here. Goes up to 10k. Doesn't get to draw a card. Taking energy gets another negate. Man, Greg's deck is so defensive, guys. He has 4 of the red sand negate, topos, double shot Vegetas. So many cards. That's 20 to 25. He's going to stop. Now he's just passing the turn. Not too bad. This is actually going to be a very powerful turn for SS3 Goku. He's going to be able to pressure Greg with 2 cards and threaten to play another card after that. Fluting it back to draw a card. It's crazy how fast SS3 Goku can refill his hand. Greg's going to take that. Now here is where Corlin can really take the game. He can really put a lot of pressure on Greg. Pan is very defensive leader, but you have to make sure that you make her awaken on your turn to put her in a really bad position. So here's 20k into 10k. We're going to see the topo negate, draw a card. Let's see if Corlin has the tools in hand. It doesn't actually look like he does. He's going to pass turn, leaving Greg at 4 life, meaning that this turn he can really do a lot of damage. Greg's taking some time trying to figure out what he wants to play here. He knows his opponent has a Gohan. So he's attacking 20k to 20k. Corlin's playing a topo of his own. Tapping 3. To play out Vegeta. That's a new Vegeta card. It just came out in the Ultimate box. I'll get him up here and talk to him a little bit about it for you guys. This is Digging Deep Vegeta. Actually, I think it came out in the set, actually, not Ultimate Box. It says, auto once per turn, when this card attacks, you may choose up to 2 cards from your life and add them to your hand. If you choose to add 1 or more cards to your hand, switch this card to active mode, it gains plus 5,000 power. So essentially, this card gets to come into play, get a power counter, go to 20. He gets to draw a card off of it. Attack can get cards out to his life if he wants to. And then he gets another 5k. So this is, and readies. So pretty powerful card when you're trying to pressure a very defensive deck like SS3 Blue-Red Goku. Well, there's the Zeno. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I think the Zeno was necessary. It destroys Corlin's hand again, and I think that's fine. It's just really scary to give your opponent a topo and a hit back. I think he had to. I think it was the right play. It's just so scary. Coraline doing a good job making that Zeno not as free as it could have been. I do think that if Greg's plan, though, was to... we see a Cabo's Awakening in Greg's energy. Holy crap. But I think if Greg's plan was to Zeno, I think he should have done it first. That way he got the draw off of it. It's really important to get that draw, guys. It's one of the big buffs that Pan has over some of the other Zeno leaders. Now he's going to Awaken. Get 2. I like this. Has access to some pretty defensive cards in hand. Here, Corlin's attacking, Greg's attacking for 15 in SS3. Just trying to get as many cards out of his hand as he can. He's doing a good job of it. Pan playing this matchup very well. Oh, I love Time Patrol Trunks in combination with Pan when you can get her trigger, which he can because he's awakened. It's such a cool card. And he can also stack these any way he wants, so he can either draw the card first or look at the top 2 first. Ares attacking for 20k. And a Goku. Ooh, Corlin actually takes it and goes to 2, but he has double foreseeing hit in hand, guys. This is what we talked about. This card is very good against Pan. He also has Gohan and Kefla in hands. Might be worth it. Man, Corlin has a hard choice of what he wants to play next turn. Kefla's very good. Draws him 2 cards. Gohan also being a good choice as well. He has 6 cards in hands. What he could do is actually play... He's actually going to go chain attack. Okay. Alright, I like that play. This gets him right to exactly 4 cards in hand and lets him draw 2 cards off of the Gohan. Very clever play by Corlin. Yes, he does have Unending Awakening. I don't know if he has it in his hand, but he definitely has it in the deck. Let's draw a card here. So here's 15k into 15k. It looked like the target was at Zeno. Yeah, it was. Okay. And passing the turn. SS3 Goku just not really being able to do too much on his turn. He's only really been able to attack 1 or 2 times. Choosing not to attack with a Chain Attack Zeno. Chain Attack Zeno can attack into active mode battle cards. Something that I think people overlook a lot with Chain Attack Zeno. I think Chain Attack Trunks. I think he could have actually maybe pressured the Topo. Pana was tapped out, so you don't have to worry about him playing like Double Shot Vegeta or anything like that. So I think it might have been okay to do. Alright, here comes up Digging Deep Vegeta. Very powerful card with Pan. Draws a card, goes to 20k, gets another 5k after that. Ooh, sick combo. So all of his cards get plus 5k in Double Strike, which means this is a 25k dual attack Double Striker. And now Corlin's going to have to fight off 4 attacks that have Double Strike. All right. So now, remember, he can choose to add cards to his hand. He could choose to add 2 cards from his life to his hand or 0. It doesn't matter. Though I think he does actually have to add a card to his hand to get the buff. Okay, he did choose to add a card to his hand, so there it is. Now it's up to 30k. So he chooses to attack again. And looks like he might be comboing here. Gonna choose a combo Pan Vados. So 35, 45. 50. 55. 61. So 61k. All right, Awakening draws. Didn't see the card. Piccolo. So this is 15, 25, 30, 40. 50, 60, but remember, he's at 61. No, he's at 61, I thought. I probably just added that up incorrectly. I thought he was at 61 to 60 there. Oh, he didn't combo the Pan. Oh, okay. He was just moving it up. Oh, okay, I see, I see. Yeah, that's a game. Okay, my bad. That's where I messed up. Okay. All right, guys. Pretty sick game one from Pan. Super pumped to see Pan take it. Honestly, looked pretty convincing. It actually looked pretty convincing. It looked like it was pretty one-sided. Corlin actually had a pretty decent hand, too. I just think this Pan deck might be a little too defensive. But we will see. Coming into game two here. Yeah, I agree, Jimmy. I think if he dumped his whole hand the first attack, he would have won. But it's very, I think it's one of the most like finessey things about this game is like, how much do you combo each attack? Do you always just combo all in and see what happens? Do you, wait a little bit? Do you like combo a little bit here, a little bit there? Like, what's the right way to do it? I'm not sure if there's a right answer. I think it might just be, situation dependent. But definitely something very interesting to kind of theorize and analyze, for sure. Me too, Gigaton. I'm super excited too. I love Pan. We'll see what these players decide to sideboard in. It looks like that Greg is sideboarding in what appears to be at least 3 cards. 4 cards. Holy crap. Yeah, I'm really interested. I'm not sure what SS3 can sideboard in. Maybe just more aggressive cards. I think maybe he just needs to sideboard in either like more early aggression or bigger late game cards like actually, a Dragon Fist Goku would probably be a good sideboard if it's not already main board. Just having that card to be able to bounce. But again, it's a little tough because there's a lot of cards you don't want to bounce from hand. Not that you have to bounce, but I think he just needs to be able to play more than 1 card a turn. And right now he seems to be in a situation where he's only able to play 1 dude. He attacks. Pan stops that attack with one of multiple cards that he has access to do so. And then SS3 just passes, and then Pan plays a powerful threat that stays on the board. So SS3 needs to either sideboard in bigger threats that are impactful when they stay on the board, or some removal, some ways to get some of these cards off the field. All right. So these players are shuffling up, getting ready to start their next round. Guys, don't forget, by the way, if you haven't already, pre-register for these PPG regional events. They have been an amazing events. This is so much fun, so well-run event. It's been a blast. Head judge Gabriel Alonso doing a fantastic job. The judging staff doing a fantastic job like always. Guys, please come support them. The next one is September 8th in Richmond, Virginia, in my backyard, guys. Come see me. We'll have all kinds of cool stuff there to see. Quite a few Kitchen Meta Pro players and PPG Pro players there for you guys to hang out with. Please come see us. These events are awesome. Come show Bandai your support. Show them that they've made a fantastic game. Yeah, I think Pan's a great leader. I really do. I think that Pan's actually pretty well situated. I actually kind of like the inclusion of the zero cost red extra card. What was it? I can't remember what it's called, but it's zero cost to give something plus 6,000. And I actually think that's really good against all these aggro decks that we currently see. It's very good against Harudigan. You know, it can give you that extra chance to survive. And I think once Pan survives, she's very hard to break. Like after like turn 3 against these aggro decks, she's very hard to beat because she can play multiple cards that not only draw her a card, but give her board presence, plus stops her attack. Kava's Awakening, thank you. Sorry. Yes, Christabella is the stream judge. Yes, Deschester, I'll be back soon. I've been working really hard on this stream, which is why I haven't been streaming. I've been working really, really hard on this stream for you guys. I wanted to do something different. I want to do something that, you know, that we've never seen before. I'm trying my best to take Dragon Ball Super to the next level through the streaming, and I really wanted to do something, you know, animated, something that looks awesome for you guys. I still have a lot of things I want to improve on. There's still a lot of things I need to add to this overlay and that I need to make better. But I think for the first, you know, the first run, it's actually it's performed very well. So thank you guys all for your feedback and your love and support. Honestly, I couldn't be doing it without you guys. And I know it sucks I'm not streaming. Trust me, I miss it. I'm just trying my best to devote my time to the game and the community. And I just want this game to succeed because I know that it can. Thank you guys so much. Seriously, thank you guys. All right, Corlin's starting things off with his own Digging Deep Vegeta. Going to use this to awaken. Attack for 15k. Yep, going to use the trigger to take both flights. Gets a Gohan from that, pretty cool. Goes up to 20k. Well, guys, like I said, thank you so much for the love and support. It really does mean a lot, guys. I've worked really hard on it. I really did. I'm glad that that you guys see it. Like I said, I still have a lot of ways. I still have a long ways to go, guys. Still a lot of things I want to work on. Still a lot of things I want to do. We have something we've been working on for like 2 months, and it's coming along. And if we can pull it off, it is going to be freaking awesome. I'm super excited for it. Like I said, I don't want to ruin the surprise, but it's going to be really cool. So this is just the foundation we're working on right now, and we're going to build a pretty sick house on top of it, hopefully for you guys, because it's what you guys deserve. I mean, you guys deserve the best coverage you can get, and I'll always work my butt off to make sure you guys get it. All right, so let's get into the game here. Greg attacking with Trunks. Taking a life. He actually could Chantac Zeno here. He doesn't have it in hand, though. Actually, he does have Zeno. It's actually the last card. He's hiding it back there from me. I saw you back there, 7-drop. Oh, it doesn't have another 1-drop to play, though, unfortunately. Anything for 1. I'm going to tap 2, play out Chain Attack. There's the Zeno. Yeah, he's making sure he points out that he will get to draw from Zeno. All right, let's see what Pan gets off. Let's see what these players get off these draws. I'm really excited to see. Here we go. Unbreakable, something, Trunks, Gohan, Champa, not bad. And our Pan player, man, I should have been paying attention to the Pan player, no. Digging deep, another Zeno, a Champa, a Vados, and something else. We have one mystery card on the Pan. Here we go, 20K into 15K. Actually, I think it's 20 into 20. I think Corlin actually Sensu Beans. So this is 30 to 20 here. And Greg is going to pass. SS3 Goku taking some time, trying to figure out what else to play. Has a lot of good cards, but they don't really make sense together. It looks like Corlin might just chain attack into another Gohan, draw 2 fresh cards. Maybe try to get this Zeno off the board.
It's coming.
We will see.
It's coming.
It's here.
Oh, nice. We put the match. We put the round. Or what's it called? The match record? Yeah, match record. There we go. I'm sorry, guys. Just reading through the comments. Not just random laughter. I do that sometimes. I'm
he
not
just walks
that crazy.
over and laughs in my face and leaves. Pretty cool. Ha! Later.
Man, look how funny Dusty looks. Funny looking purple tie wearing.
Yeah, I need to
that
get,
purple tie is actually really nice.
Is it? Do you like it? I need to get
nice.
it. I need to get a new suit. Hey Dusty, if you can describe what cards do or put up a visual. Yeah, guys,
that's coming.
Yeah, that's
actually coming. Yeah.
I want to do it before this, but Gen Con put me a little bit behind schedule, to be honest, and so I wasn't able to get that in. But I do have, you know, the layout. Like what I usually do is I'll sketch out the layout how I want it, and I go back and improve it. So I have like the sketch done. I just need to go through and get the people to help me and make it look even better. But we do have an overlay ready for you. We could just pop the cards up on screen, but I think it would look a little poopy. So I didn't want to do that. So I want to do something a little bit better.
Oh, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you guys. I'm really glad that you guys are enjoying this setup. Like I said, this is nowhere near finished. We did have a bottleneck on time because of Gen Con.
Yeah, Gen Con put us behind. It put us a week behind us.
We're working with a lot of stuff. Yeah, Gen Con, it being like it was like a week trip for all of us.
Yeah,
so like we were gone like Wednesday to Tuesday. It was so crazy.
I remember I was talking to you on the phone, and I was like, man, Gen Con's like 2 weeks away. It's going to be good. And you're like, it's next week. And I was like,
yeah.
What do you mean? Are you sure? I was like, what's happening? Wait. No.
I mean, you couldn't really ask much more from Dusty. He was literally like doing the overlays from Gen Con. Like he was on a tablet like while he was playing games at the event. Like it was wild. Like he was actually in the round with his little like Surface Pro pulled up and just like
little Surface Pro, man. April Surface Pro.
Insane the dedication on this man. But like I said, we're working on a bunch of new areas on the overlay. This is nowhere near the final product that we wanted, and we're super serious about it.
We have a doozy that we've been working on, like I said, for about 2 months.
Oh man, this is a really cool product.
And if we can get it to work,
if we can manage this,
oh my
dude, next level.
It might just break. If we do it, it might just break the internet. We'll just die.
Yeah, I don't think we could just do it. Yeah, I think it's better that we just don't do it. And
just don't do it.
I mean,
right.
I don't think these guys can handle it, to be honest.
Yeah, that's right, guys. It's why we have a little bit of space for their laps. It's not just to admire how nice their pants look. Mostly it's the
Cards and laps.
Yeah. What are you using, Levi's, or what do you got over there? And then we try to do it so we can get a little bit of a hand cam to see, kind of what is in their hands. We wanted to try to do a hand cam, like an actual camera for their hand, but the problem is you don't know where the players are going to hold their cards, so it's really hard to get a cam of that. So what I tried to do was leave a little space to try to catch a glimpse of it. Definitely open to suggestions, though, if you guys can think of anything on how to do it. All right, guys, let's get back into this game. Actually, Trevilio, actually, we're not deliberately doing it. I mean, obviously, we're going through the top cut and trying to pick decks that are somewhat interesting, obviously. But so far, like, all these decks have been undefeated. Like, we have not shown any, like, or OX players or whatever, and been like,
nope.
Yeah, check how cool these are actually.
Look how cool this deck is. Yeah. He's table 500, but
yeah, but he's awesome. He's playing Boo. No, it's like, this is actually, people are playing these decks and succeeding. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, this SS3 Goku is very good, and his pan has been talked about a lot. Really been talked about a lot because it's one of those leaders that can do a lot of the same things that the red SS3 can do, but it can do it at 8 life, and you're drawing a card every time that you play a threat. So that gives you a lot of late game strength. It's also very good against Chain Zeno decks. I mean, as you can see, both players here playing Chain Zeno. Now, if you had to go with the Chain Zeno mirror match, and you were just basing it off the leaders, I think I'd rather have Pan in a situation, right? Because then every card you draw off that Pan is netting you another card. And now it's just a race to how many cards can you accumulate after Zeno over your opponent. Because it's a brand new game. So I'd much rather have this Pan leader, and I think it's something that Greg might be onto. We're going to see how he does for the rest of the day. But
absolutely, because I mean, with the new ruling, I don't know if you saw that, but when you play Zeno and Zeno comes out, you actually get to draw a card from Zeno after you put your cards back, which is really, really good. But something that's really neat about Pan that I think is often overlooked is that Pan usually stays around 5 or 6 cards in hand. She never has any less than that or any more than that usually, but she always stays around 5 or 6. Where like Goku and these other leaders, they'll go up to 12, 15 cards, but then you Zeno them and they can never get back up there again. You know what I mean? So Pan is used to just playing with low hand size.
Yeah, beautiful thing about Chain Zeno decks, you don't have to Zeno your opponent. Sometimes your opponent might just not realize what good of a position they're in or how much better your deck is after a Zeno, and then they just Zeno you. It's a very hard thing to determine. It's not as simple as you think.
That's actually true too. It's something I haven't talked about, but you're right. Like, as far as getting Zeno'd, Pan's actually doesn't mind it, right? You shuffle her double shot Vegeta's back in, her Topo's back. You're essentially shuffling things for her to draw. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. I'll just continue to draw, by the way. That's actually true.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know Greg was playing. I'm sorry, I stepped in late, but Triple Flash.
I think that's a sideboard card. We didn't see that last game.
Is he playing the whole engine, or is he just playing Triple Flash?
He might just be playing Triple Flash. I don't know. Isn't it like a 7-drop though, or something?
That's kind of wild. Yeah, let me pull it up. I've never thought about playing that card without the ladder.
I mean, I haven't seen anything else in his deck. It's not working. All right, so 7-drop, Red Sun could 5 or more, Triple Strike. You play this card, draw 2 cards. You may not activate EX for the duration of the turn. This card spends 3,000 more. Your opponent can activate counter. What else? What's a 5-drop he could be playing? Is there a 5-drop GT Goku we're not thinking of?
Not sure. I mean, there is one from Crossworlds. The one that when you play it or when you evolve it, I'm not sure. You untap an energy.
It's a 3-drop?
No, it's a no.
Oh,
the 3-drop is from Crossworlds. There's one from Colossal Warfare. I'm sorry, that's a 5-drop.
Right.
That evolves over the 1-drop Goku.
Right. You have to evolve it to untapped energy, though, right? He has the 5-drop
Okay, so
Goku
he
from
does
set
have.
4.
Yep. Okay, so that's what I thought he
What's
did.
the 5-drop Goku from set 4 do?
We'll bring it up right now.
Yeah, what's this little guy do? These new cards, I'm getting stumped. Untap Power SS3 Sun Goku. Evolve 3 red 1 on his Sun Goku GT. Deflect. When you play this card, draw 1 card, choose up to 1 of your energy, and switch it to active mode. Yeah. Okay, that's actually really good with Pan, right? You pay 5, it comes into play, you ready 1, plus you go to 30, plus it goes to 35, and you draw a card off its effect and draw a card off the leader. Yeah, I can see it. I'm on board for it. I like it. See what Great Chad's attack here. Yep, goes for the Gohan. I like that play a lot, actually. SS3 down to 5 cards in hand, 2 of them being super combos though. Actually gonna let that die. Interesting play. Another hit. Like I said, guys, this is the card Pan hates to see hit.
Well, the good thing is, I don't know how many Zenos Greg has gone through, but if you can land a Zeno next turn, that'd be pretty good. Because like what you were talking about, round 1, I believe, right? After hitting some of these cards away, the person that got hit can actually Zeno and go up to 7, which is huge.
Huge. And in his case, he has to go up to 8.
Yeah.
Kaba's Awakening actually being pretty good in this matchup.
Very good. I've never understood why that was like a bestseller for us. I remember the guys always telling us, oh, we're short on Kaba's Awakening. I'm like, why?
What?
I don't understand. What are people thinking?
It actually might belong in the sideboard, but it's really good against hit decks because it's a card they can't take. And it actually protects your hero from hit. So if they hit, they can't take it, then you can use it to stop the hit attack. All right, so there's game number 2 in the books.
Alrighty.
Corlin taking it pretty close, though.
No, yeah, it's
Pretty
Pan,
close.
I don't know. Pan seems so good. Hopefully he gets the upper hand here. I really want to see Pan like break into like a top card.
Oh, absolutely.
I really do.
Absolutely. I mean, she's my girl. Hashtag Pan fam.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were the one that was pushing everyone to buy out Pan.
Yep.
You were wild. You're wild, sir.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something right now. Every once in a while, I'll get one right. You know, you throw enough darts, one's gonna hit in the bullseye. Actually, if it could just land on the target, that would be good enough for me. Roten Society says, is this tourney allowing Ultimate Box cards? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And I'll tell you something else we're allowing that I haven't seen yet.
Scrambling assault.
Is Goten.
Goten.
Where's he at?
He's scrambling
You
some
out
eggs.
there? Where you at, baby?
He's scrambling some eggs.
I want him. I love that card.
Actually, cool enough, Marcel and Peter, only 2 PPG players playing in today's tournament, both utilizing the Scrambling of Sun Goten.
Roten Society says, hey man, no one ever talks about the guy behind the computer running the stream. Everyone talks about the commentators. Hey, person behind the computer, you the MVP at Pro Play Game Live. Actually, we did talk about him last round, and you guys all thanked him. I told you his name. You guys thanked him, put little hearts by his name. So yeah, we actually have been talking about him.
Fantastic! Shout out to him again. Just without him,
yep,
this would be much harder to put on. Not as smooth.
Right.
We all know Dusty's a one-man show, but we're like none of that.
I'm terrible at it.
None of that around here.
Right now.
Right now. He still manages to still
especially
want to be the one-man show, even though we have all the proper resources. Like, he was trying to actually input the matches of the tournament last round, and we were like, no, Dusty, wait, we have a scorekeeper for that.
Sorry.
And it was just wild. I was like, Dusty, you want food? He's like, yeah, I brought my kitchen with me.
I brought my camel.
And we were like, no, dude, we got, I mean, there's vendors here with like food.
It was a little expensive to bring the whole kitchen, but, you know, gotta do what you gotta do.
Some pretty cool games around here, by the way, guys. Like, if you've never been to Otakon, there's like 50 different games here. We were playing like some rhythm game from Konami.
Do you remember what it was called?
No, I don't.
I don't either.
Boxes and music. That's all I remember.
Yeah. It was like an old game. It was like came out in 2008 or something.
Yeah. Really cool games. Games that I've never seen before. Super cool. And now starting game number 3
for all the marbles.
The rubber match.
Here it is.
We'll see as SS3 takes second and Greg takes first. SS3 starting pretty good.
Yeah.
With that intensifying powered trunks. That's one turn away from the self-awaken. He's got a flute. If only he hit double red, right?
Right.
And that's sometimes one of those inherent flaws of playing SS3.
That's why it's balanced.
Yeah, that's why it's balanced. I mean, if you had the small tally of counter arguments to why SS3 is not completely broken, that's definitely one of the few on there.
Right. DBS Decks at Pro Play Games Live. Is the Transformers game there?
No.
It's not, no. We played it at Gen Con.
I don't think it's even out yet, no?
No, it comes out in September. We played it at Gen Con and it wasn't the best, but we didn't have a rule set for it yet. But it looks like it has a lot of promise. Intensifying powered trunks coming down.
So you're eating from now when you're asking me if you can take mine. Come on, bro. Stop being a child.
Unending Awakening coming down. Pretty good. Counter card. Get plus 5,000 power.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
I think the best negate, but I mean it's very linear on what decks can play it. That's the only issue.
Yep. Has to be Red Saiyan. Bring attacking 10,000 into 10,000? Or 10,000 to 5,000? Oh, Jubeat. Yeah, that actually, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, I think it is called Jubeat. Yeah, it's freaking fun, man. It's actually really fun. We really enjoyed playing it. I only got to play like one little song. We just did one song. That's it. But the game was really cool. All right, here Coraline's going to untap, draw a card for turn. It's a Gohan. Pretty good card against Pan. Two beans. You're going to choose to play a Topo. It always pains me when I have to use Topo as energy, but Topo is becoming increasingly worse. It's really weird because like Used to, Topo was just stopped their whole turn. They would play a big 5-drop, attack you, Topo, that was their turn. But now people are playing multiple cards a turn, and when they do that, Topo becomes less and less powerful because you can either play Topo, that's it, or play like a Sensu Bean, untap, play Unbreakable, play all these Gohans, all these awesome 1-drops that do more for you. And so I hate charging Topo's energy, but I understand why Coraline did it, because I think it's starting to become less and less impactful.
Honestly, I'm going to be devil's advocate here. I think Topo has gotten much, much better.
Okay.
Because decks have really been dropping a lot of 1-drops, a lot of Raging Attackers, some Gohans, those type of cards that play themselves off the combo. Those are Topo's favorite foods to eat. And I know because I talked to Topo.
Right.
He loves eating those. He loves eating those 1-drop Trunks. He loves eating those 1-drop Saiyan Kabas. All those things are his favorite foods, especially the moms. All the moms that tap themselves, he's like, dinner, lunch, breakfast, dinner. Fantastic.
Delicious.
Love it. Because he restands and he's able to take out a whole board by himself. And I've been the victim of Topo so many times. It's so insane. The guy's actually cleared my boards a lot, especially because he demands answers. And he demands answers on your battle cards because you never want him killing a battle card because it's just a free attack. I mean, it's just the worst
terrible
feeling in the world.
Yep.
So I think Topo's gotten a little bit better, especially now with SS3 being so good because you have 3 energy, not just 2, right? So you can use that extra energy for the negate, for the bean, or whatever you need to do. And then Topo is really the later you play him, the better he is. The later in your opponent's combat step, because when they've committed to battle cards already attacking you, that's kind of where he shines the most. He's able to take down those battle cards that your opponent would never really attack with if they knew that a Topo was going to go and punish them for it.
Right. Didn't we get the Evolved Topo in TOP? I mean, the Ultimate Box?
That we did.
It can't evolve on the 4-drop, right? Or does it have to have some weird restriction? You have to pay yellow for it or something ridiculous, right? Let's
no.
take a look at it. I can't remember. I know it has some weird restriction.
I believe you just have to pay 5 energy. That's the thing.
Was it just 5 energy?
I believe it should be 4 or 5
I remember reading it being like, man, you're hard to pull off. Another foreseeing hit. Ugh. It's not looking good for our pad here, but boys.
Hit.
Hit is just... It's a really good card. But it is devastating whenever someone plays multiple of them. Luckily, Greg has a good amount of life. He's going to be able to, I think, come off okay.
Oh, wow. This Topo is actually really easy to play.
Oh, it's okay. So the exact opposite of what I thought. EX Evolve 1 plays 3 cards on the top of your deck in your drop area. Topo, with energy cost 4 or more. Barrier blocker. When a card evolves into this card, if your leader card is Universe 11 and you have 8 or more Universe 11 in your drop area, draw 2 cards. For the duration of this turn, gain double strike and count and critical. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. It's not hard to play. It just doesn't really get an effect unless
you're playing Universe 11.
Playing Universe 11. It still might not be bad as a blocker though. Honestly, Pan playing it out is 1 energy, draw a card, go up to 30k, get another barrier blocker. It's not terrible. Probably not good
barrier
enough to
blocker,
include.
that's huge.
And it's a 25k barrier blocker.
Yeah.
That's huge.
That's blocking everything.
Honestly, the deck that runs red though, running him, blocking, and then when they attack, Vado's assistance on tap him and block again,
insane.
might not be bad.
Yeah, whoa, that's crazy.
Here's that 5-drop we were talking about. Okay, this is huge. So when this card comes into play, you get to draw a card, untap an energy. So he's going to do that. And then Pan triggers, and he gets to draw another card. That's huge. So this is a 30 25K attacker here. He's going to go in with a hit. Cortland's going to just end up negating that. I don't know. I don't think Greg has the ability. 20K in a hit. Cortland has another negate. There's the second negate. I'm not sure if Greg has a way. Oh, he gets his 2 cards back, though. Okay. Now, I don't think Cortland has the third hit. If he does, that's probably just game. He doesn't. He does have Gohan, though, which is going to draw him 2 more cards. No, it's Kefla. Never mind. It's Kefla. Okay, there's the draw. Okay, he's just gonna protect it with hit. I mean, with Trunks. Here comes Topo and a Topo. This is very similar to what George was talking about. You don't really want to have to combo this, but you kind of have to combo this. You can't just let Topo get a free attack on you. Draw a card, gets another Zeno. That is absolutely not what you want to see. All right, 20K to 20, or 20K to 15. Let's see what Greg can do here. Just going to literally use another Trunks to stop it. Girl uses super combo, drawing a card. Gets Digging Deep Vegeta. We saw that card being extremely powerful in the game that Greg won.
Very good.
Playing Digging Deep Vegeta into Double Strike Pan that gives over guys 5K in Double Strike.
I mean, Digging Deep, not only does it attack twice, it really gives you that self-awakening that Tapion gives you.
Yep.
But it's a little bit more aggressive version of Tapion. Tapion kind of time-walking your opponent, and Digging Deep Vegeta doing something alike. I mean, just taking down 2 threats. What happened?
He drew 2 super combos off the Gohan.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. It's okay, though. Greg's not able to clear this board, though. Cortland does not want him to be able to get Triple Flash off of this baby Goku. He's actually using both super. Yeah, just let that die, Greg. Yeah, good. Okay, because he wants that.
He wants
dead.
it more than you do. I promise.
Yeah, yes, I guarantee it. Hand blocker would be an absolute amazing draw right here for Greg. Kind of expect Greg to maybe charge a Zeno out of hand. I don't think he needs 2 of them. Drawing another Digging Deep Vegeta doesn't need 2.
And what? That's his first blue energy, right?
Yeah, it does have what appears to be hit in hand. Okay, look at your hand, see what's up. Take that Topo. Take the Topo and Gohan and start pressuring the battle card. That's what I would do. Takes Topo and Fu. Draw a card off the hit, goes up to 25K. Draws a Gohan of his own off that, though. Topo attacking 20K into 15K. Goes up to 25. Corlin playing Gohan. All right, Corlin attacking 15K here with Pan. I don't think Greg can survive another turn unless he gets an Unending Awakening, gets him like a 5K boost for his turn here. Attacking 15K into 15K. Those will go on. $25K into Topo, gets rid of it. I like it. Passing turn. Let's see what Corlin can do in response here. Draws what appears to be forcing hits off the top.
Holy moly.
Which is going to be, I think, game. I think that that Corlin can...
Interesting play to not play the hit first. He's just going with his leader swing.
Right.
Interesting.
20K into 15K.
Okay, maybe I see his reasoning here. If he gives Greg 2 cards here, then he can hit those 2 cards out.
Right. Well, let's see if he can put some pressure on here. Greg actually has access to Topo in hand, though, which is going to shut down the second. I actually don't think Corlin can finish it out here. I actually thought he absolutely could, but... All right, taking the Topo. Maybe Topo Gohan? I like taking Topo Gohan here. Though the 5-drop GT Goku actually draws as many cards as Gohan does. But I think that's a good choice, Topo Gohan. A lot of hits in this game.
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
There's 4 on board, 1 in Greg's energy. That's insane. All right, it's an interesting move here to go after the... I believe he was attacking the hit. I think I would have attacked the Topo, no? You don't want the Topo to die first?
Yeah, I think you do want Topo to die.
And then you can go after the hit afterwards, because now Greg can actually save his cards. He's like, oh, I know you have no more attackers, so all I gotta do is defend this Topo. And he's not gonna defend it.
Yeah, that Devil's Zeno in his hand is really rough. I think he'll keep the 1 in his hand just to see in case he draws. Oh, he drew the triple flash.
But he can still play it, no?
Yeah.
He still like just hard cast it?
Yeah, he can. He can. If he can knock him to 3 life of just the leader attack. Oh, he might be going for it. That second Zeno tells me he might be going for it here. Draws a card. Draws Zeno number freaking 3.
Holy
Unbelievable.
Cow.
Was 25.
Is he really just going for the...
I think he's just going
what
for...
a man.
I mean, I think that's his best way to win. Well, if he stops this, I think it might just be game.
Yeah.
What Corlin could do is play... Yeah, I like this play. He gets to draw 2 more cards off of this, which I like. And he gets to remove a hit. Actually, he can still triple flash.
He can still triple flash, yeah.
He's actually 1 energy off of just chain Zenoing. But if he triple flashes, it doesn't matter. He can't untap this card, so... I think what I would have done if I was him, I don't think I would have played that card. I think I would have played Digging Deep Vegeta.
Yeah.
You take a card off your life,
two. You can take two
Because
if you like.
Yeah, but you can take one because you go from 4 to 3. That way you can still take one hit from hit.
Yeah.
And then you can pressure 2 hits. And if you kill both of them,
Awesome.
you know what I'm saying? He has to. Yeah, I think that might have been a little bit of a miss, but I think Digging Deep Vegeta's the better play there. And Greg's just saying that's game.
Yep. The Topo negate.
Here I was talking bad about Topo, and he won him the game there.
I told you. Topo is very good.
Drawing three Zeno, pretty unfortunate for our pan hero,
Yeah,
though.
that was pretty bad.
Sometimes that happens, though.
Can he do anything with the blue energy? I have no idea.
No, it's him on a red deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, he has it
okay,
in
so
there.
he wasn't even playing like Bean or anything like that?
No,
Nothing?
no Bean. I think Bean would be good. I think if you make that like a blue-red deck, maybe use some of the Goku that comes up playing untapped 2 energy.
Yeah.
Seems pretty good with pan because you can play him out, draw a card, untap 2, use those 2 to protect yourself the next turn, pass back to you, just keep that advantage going, and then, yeah, might be good.
Seems really cool. I mean, regardless, Pan, really cool and an interesting deck here at 2-0.
Right.
Really wouldn't expect it to be there, but it was there. So
Yeah,
awesome.
super good. All right, guys, we're going to get out here and get into round 4 very quickly. Blake's going to put on some commercials for you guys. Thank you all so much for the support. Love you guys very much. We could not do this without you guys, seriously. Thank you so much. Don't forget to check out our next regional in Richmond, Virginia on September 8th. And check out the PPG Patreon. 2 great things you guys should be a part of. We love you guys very much. Don't